That was my phone that don't work. This is for a possible... probably I'm going to do another stream after this one. Sorting a tote. Going to wait a few minutes. So if you're watching this later, skip ahead like 2 minutes. If it's not done, just maybe like 5 minutes, and you'll find it. Give people time to get in here. Really cold today. Tonight I'm making some hamburger. There's going to be potatoes, probably green beans. Green beans are delicious. This box here is a Slap Nuts win. I won that from the great and mighty Slap Nuts' game. Oh, somebody's in. Thanks for stopping in. Waiting just a little bit for somebody to get in until I start, but I guess I could gather some things closer. Get ready. God is great. How are you doing? I did hear you mentioned in a shout out on the Batman, Zoe and Pop. You were mentioned there. 3 folks in. Well, okay, we're going to start here sooner than normal. We'll start with Skokie, Illinois. What is this? Okay. F1. What do they call them? TurboTax 2021 Topps TurboTax. Mick Schumacher, Nikita Mazepin. More for the racing pile. I will be sleeving some 1960 Topps later tonight on a live stream. Depends on how this one goes. I may do it on this one. If Henry S. is watching, look at this. Look at this one. Look at all those stamps. From Italy. Trying to see where Italy. Rome, Italy. Roma, Italy. This was purchased the day this person died. It is a cover of, what's his name? When Prince of Greece died a couple years ago. He was in the Olympics in 1960. And that's the cover. He was on the sailboat team. '17th Olympics. That's not damaged, that's just the plastic. I was thinking about this just today, actually, and what the hell ever became of it. I couldn't remember if it was signed or not, and obviously it's not. Yeah, I got that the day he died. Hershey, Pennsylvania. How's everybody's day today? 1984? No. 5. Fleer. Pete Rose. I don't know how much in the way of autographs there's going to be in this, but there's something really cool coming up next. 1967 Topps. If you're a wrestling fan, what does 1967 Topps mean to you? Possibly nothing. If you don't know about the Topps Vault File Copy 101, Wahoo McDaniel. This is a rookie card. It might be the only Topps card of him anyway for football. I should probably, well, I've done a short of this. And it has the certification in the back. Wahoo McDaniel. Say we had 8 inches of snow the other day. This one. Gualala, California. Could be pronouncing that entirely wrong. This is a 1960 Olympics postcard. Having to do with the King of Greece there. Another rare item, I would think. That would be something for Henry S. to tell me. Hamilton, Ohio. Hogs, Coins, and Cards. This is a card. 2017, right? 17 or 18, 19. Kyle Sergachev. Got a ton of Sergachev. Or quite a bit of Sergachev, anyway. Rookie autos. And rookies. Just playing rookie cards. Let me look what this is. Historic images. This is definitely a Henry stream. I wonder if this is what I think it is, too. I was thinking about this today. Yes. Nobody's in here to see this either. I'm just going to show it here right now. Back in 1943, Nebraska was bombed during World War II. Many people don't know that. Many people don't know it was by the United States. This is the file copy or the wire photo. Tarnov, Nebraska. But they were practice bombs dropped by mistake and no one was hurt, although the Joe Seesor home above got torn up a bit and the neighbors, all 70 people who populate the town, gathered around to examine the carnage. Army officials did not disclose where the planes came from, but they apparently overshot a bombing range. Your credit line must read Acme. August 17th, 1943. That's just right down the road. And in fact, I've got videos in that town. Let me know if you want to see me do a video at the place. This is short-worthy, so I'll do this after the stream. I've been wanting to. I can always do a video with editing and all that in it. But that's something pretty cool. I don't think many people know about that. It's right down the road. An envelope. And that's just got a stamp, so it's just an envelope I'm saving. What's this? Maybe this fell out of it. 16-17 OPG Platinum. Marquee Rookie. Carl Sergachev. Oh, excuse me. So I'm guessing that came out of that. I got a feeling this is another Sergachev. Export, Pennsylvania. I am correct. 16-17 Premier Rookie Auto Patch. 74 of 299. Mikhail Sergachev. So this is the slap nuts win right here. Oh, thanks for stopping in, whoever you are. Let me get what's that one? Okay, that is Racing Hero Cards. What's that? Bobby, how's it going? Hey. Don't take off. I'll show you something after I look at what's in this envelope here. Okay, that's a hero card. I know you and I spoke about this. Actually, I'll show you this. Team sign photo. Abbotsford Heat. That's not what we were talking about, though. There's a jersey in there. That might be a Pete Rose autographed jersey. This from Historic Images, Memphis, Tennessee. I know you like World War II related stuff. This is the press photo. I'll read the back to you. Tarnov, Nebraska. But they were practice bombs dropped by mistake and no one was hurt, although the Joe Cesar home above got torn up a bit, and the neighbors, all 70 people who populate the town, gathered around to examine the damage. Army officials did not disclose where the planes came from, but said they apparently overshot a bombing range. August 17th, 1943. Just down the road. Yeah, this is the press photo. Nebraska was bombed during World War II. I got that for a steal. I'll probably this summer I could probably do a video from the place. I doubt there'd be any other ones on YouTube. How's your day going? Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, I was wondering about this too. Beckett authenticated. That's exactly what it was. Exactly. Hockey Annual 1966, autographed by Bobby Hull. Roger Crozier, Jean Beliveau. I have not even opened this. I'd like to open it and just look, but I don't want to open it because it shouldn't be opened. There's probably not a whole bunch of these floating around. You got big plans for New Year's Eve? You know, it says all 70 people. I don't even know if the town's that big now. It's way out there. Here's everybody. I'm going to say everybody that's not crossed out is on there. Brady Lamb, Chris Breen, Quentin Lang, Ben Walter. Know who that is. Dustin Sylvester, Roman Horak, Max Reinhart, Tyler Rugsiger, Ryan Howes, Danny Taylor, Steve McCarthy, Joe Piscola, Brett Olson, Troy Ward, Callie McLean, Luke Strand. I mean, maybe all these are on there. I bought this because I have a Providence or game worn, or not game worn, but warm-up worn jersey from Providence Bruins. I'm trying to remember the name of who it is. I'd have to dig that out. I'm not sure. I'm not. Yeah, did you know you can buy on their website game worn stuff? Let's see, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 16. 13. So neither one of the numbers match up. I don't remember. I think it's Zach McKelvey. I'm pretty sure it's Zach McKelvey. But there's some Bruin names on there. Oh, yeah, we're going to look at this jersey. Who is this jersey? Greer, South Carolina. It's Beckett authenticated. Something tells me that might be Pete Rose. Especially since, you know, the picture and this is the one. I think you've seen this before. And it's got like 12 inscriptions on it where he signed he signed it and then all these stats on the back. I didn't realize this wasn't in a safe. That's not a cheap item. Belongs in a safe. It really does. Absolutely. Did that one guy get a hold of you about playing video games? Yeah, I mean, it can't be duplicated, that World War II thing. That's probably the only one. And it can be duplicated. It's just not going to be the original. And it's something you don't hear about in books. Oh, yeah, we bombed the very center of the United States. Whoever's flying that plane probably got all cocky, like you said. Nobody's out here, and it's the center of the U.S. We're the best bombers in the world. Yeah, so that was probably really hush-hush. I mean, people know about it, obviously, but obviously was kept quiet. Because I didn't know about it until I seen it. And then I bought it. Something like that's got to happen in order for a person to find out. And like I said, that's just down the road. It's only a few miles from here. We'll say 20-minute drive at the most. The town next to, remember the live stream from that one cemetery? It only had 3 people in it. It's the town next to there. So, I mean, shit, if there's a cemetery out there with 3 people, you're damn right when you say, oh, nobody lives out here. And who knows, maybe if I'm a cocky pilot, I'd like to think I wouldn't have done the same thing. But even if it is just missing the bombing range, where the hell was the bombing range? It's just crazy shit happens. And, that's just here. And you and I happen to know each other, so we both know about it. Just think all over the country how many times, and people who just don't know each other, they're never going to hear about it. It could be thousands of little towns all over. Nobody knows. Not that I ever heard of. Although I could see it as a test too, because east of there, probably, I'll say 30 miles, there's this little brick building out in the middle of a pasture. It's surrounded by fence. There's wrought iron railing around it. There's radar towers. And supposedly it's used for weather. But obviously it was something other during World War II. So maybe they were testing that. That would be the only logical explanation. And they fucked up and hit a house. But that would be about the only explanation that I could see being legitimate. A legitimate error. And of course, you can't, in the 40s, you can't say that, because we just didn't blab everything out like Rush Limbaugh. But that could come out nowadays, but to my knowledge, it hasn't. It's just, there's so much stupid shit that happens. What was that? Oh. Notification. That's all that's in that tote. Was there even an autograph in that? Yeah, there was an autograph in there. He's back in there. Working on 1,000 autographs, or locating all my autographs, and hopefully there'll be 1,000 of them. There should be. At least I think. So, PlayStation 4 games. This is empty envelopes. When's the next call? When's the next call? I'm waiting. I'm excited. I want to hear it. Anybody that doesn't know, check out Beantown Breakdown for all the Boston sports call. That's a crock story that made up so the press wouldn't lose my hand. Oh, yeah. We are what's called a nuclear sponge. As far as I know, there's at least 40 silos here in Nebraska. Oh, while we're going, I might as well put this out. And then we've got Sack and Offit. Hell, 9/11 happened and George came here. The Wahoo McDaniel rookie card, Topps Vault File Copy 1 of 1. Pretty sure you've seen that. That was all that's in that tote. kind of surprising. But like I said, I've got a box right somewhere. Well, I know you like fighting from Chicago, Illinois. 1910 T220 champions Mecca Randall and Belasco. 113-year-old card. It's in that condition and they graded a 1.5. Come on now. How's that a 1.5? When I've seen cards worse than this get a 10. Miscut on the back. But that's not a 1.5. Fight between Jack Randall, the Irish lad, and Abby Belasco, Jew champion. From the whole original English drawing, excuse me. Jack Randall was born November 25th, 1794 in England. He fought Abby Belasco, the Jew champion, Tuesday, September 30th, 1817 at Shepperton Range, England, in a 24-foot ring for 50 guineas a side, with bare knuckles under the rules of London prize ring. Randall won the battle in 7 rounds. Talking 1794 and 1817. I get a kick out of Jew champion. Oh, hell. Can you imagine a card these days saying something like that? Jew champion. I think they'd probably try to sue me for anti-Semitism if they heard this live stream. Oh, shit. If I could find that other box, I could. There it is. These are all 1960 tops. I still haven't sleeved some of these. And some of these are, of course, they're taken out and put into magnetics. Some of these were 10s. I bought this for fairly cheap. And they were all supposed to be poor, and some of them were like brand new, out of the pack condition. Those things got to be worth several $1,000 a piece. Oh, you damn right. The woke mob would be flapping their arms. You know, I know a good liberal, socialist liberal. The person wants to put, on their wall, mounted like a trophy. And actually, you know, it's a good idea. It's funny. It's novel. I get it. They want to put a dismantled AR-15 on their wall. Okay. It's a good idea. It really is. It would make money. It was a money-making idea as well. And I asked him one time what the problem is with guns. Because guns, I went into the whole guns don't cause the problem and how there's been more murders by all these other types of guns and other things compared to AR-15s. And they said, well, I don't trust myself with one. They're like the mass shooting type. They feel that they would kill people. In fact, I'm not going to repeat the words said to me on a drunken phone call from them one time. They had called me and made some comments. Like I said, I don't even want you to repeat them or guess, but don't do that shit on my phone. And I made a post on YouTube. You probably remember that. I put down the time or the date anyway, what kind of was said, the name, and I have nothing to do with it. So you can just imagine how serious it was. I won't, like I said, I won't repeat it, and I ain't going to tell you if you're right or wrong, so don't repeat it to me. But you can imagine. And that's your supposedly peace-loving socialist? Yeah, and you're exactly right. You're exactly right. I can tell you you're exactly right. Let's just say they're not a Trump supporter. You know, and I chewed his ass. He's a nice guy. He's a very different guy. But at least he knows that he can't be trusted with that type of thing. And he made it clear to me, and I'm sorry. If that person would ever come to town, I would make damn sure that the person who I was talking to wouldn't leave his house. I'd make damn sure. Because that would be the proper, not even Republican thing to do, and it's not a Republican Democrat issue at that point. It's just the proper thing to do. I remember some asshole back in what was it, in the 80s or 90s. Dan Quayle was coming here, and some asshole made a comment, something similar to what this other person said, and they locked him up. They locked him up sure and quick, and I don't blame them. Because you don't even joke around about that kind of shit. Certainly not on a telephone. That's just... They are stupid, but this election, things are going to change. That's for sure. I think things are going to change drastically. I really do. Yeah. I don't blame you. You did the right thing. You did, absolutely did. But I will give this guy the benefit of the doubt in the fact that he did make the comment that he can't be trusted around certain things. They are gonna idiot. You damn right they are. Liberalism is a mental disorder. And all things that go with it. And these people, you and I work our asses off. And why the hell should we give, unless we want to, have so much taken away from us and us give to everybody else that ain't doing shit. Now, I could understand if you want to give to your neighbor because you're friends with them and they want some, something like that. But why in the hell should the government take 50% of my check or any percent of it? And then, distribute it to the people that ain't doing shit. That's nothing more than a mob. And that's exactly what a democracy is just a mob. That's why we're a constitutional republic. To the republic for which it stands. One nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Though the under God did come much later than the original creation of the Pledge of Allegiance. If somebody wants to say it in the school, let them say it. Absolutely. And in fact, I'm going to say, God bless Beantown Breakdown. God bless everybody I know. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I can understand if some of them come here, they go to school, they learn the language, and they're a productive citizen. But don't bring your Viva la Raza gang shit. Don't bring your fucking from wherever it is. Don't bring it. There's towns down the road, or one town down the road that had, and nobody would take me to it because I'd have got arrested or something. There was a sign that said no whites at this one store. And that was people from, I want to say it was Sudan or Senegal. And pretty much it was Sudanese people. I'd have walked in that store, I'd have seen that sign, I'd have taken it right down and busted it over my knee. And they want to say I'm racist, or you're racist, or any of us are racist because we don't agree with that? Yet if we did the same thing, we'd be arrested? That ain't right. You're damn right. You're absolutely right. In the area I live, there are so many that come across, and they're usually with the overweight blonde woman. And that's just the fact. The overweight blonde woman that nobody wants anything to do with because all she does is sit on her ass in a trailer, probably smells like cat shit because she can't clean the litter box, in her rotten shit-covered sweats and cut off tank top. And she'll marry Jorge because he wants the green card. And I don't blame him for taking advantage of the situation. But damn it, and it doesn't matter where they come from, what color they are, whoever. That's just an example. Because that's what's prevalent here. I mean, and then she has kids from the guy, 4 or 5 kids, and how many checks is that, or how much is that? And he becomes a citizen, getting these benefits, getting the food stamps, getting the whatever it's called from the state for the kids. You know what? We could do so much more if we took all these illegals. So for one, the illegals should be sent back right away. But you get these ones that come up here and they commit crimes, like murder and drug dealing and all the gang shit. What we need to do, if they come here, put them in prison, charge the country they come from 1 barrel of oil per day per illegal, and make these illegals build oil refineries. They say we don't have refinery space. Well, here we go. We're taking care of them. We're housing them and feeding them for their anti-American behavior. So we'll build the refineries. There will be no more complaint about refinery space. And we're getting the oil to supplement or take care of our pay into the system. It takes like $70 to $100 a day to keep one of these people in prison. Well, that's a fair trade, a barrel of oil. Absolutely. 100%. And that gas cannot be exported. Those products from that oil cannot be exported. It can be used here in America and sold for free. Oh, you're damn right. As far as I know, we're in a state of war. So anybody that crosses the border is technically, illegally, technically an enemy combatant. Or should be seen as such. They showed a clip on the news here where our wonderful border patrol, and I don't know what their orders were, so I shouldn't get too hard on them, were helping them down from there was a wall of some sort and a concertina wire. They were on our side of the concertina wire, and they're helping them down from this obstacle. The only ones that have any legitimate gripe here are Indians, Native Americans, whatever you want to call. They have a legitimate gripe. But these other people that come all the way from the other side of South America and cause trouble and disease in their wake. Yes, I'm saying that. Trouble and disease in their wake through every country they're going through. Mexico sure the hell don't want them there. So they say, go to the U.S. Oh, they were helping them over. It's sickening. Helping them down, I should say, not helping them over. At least helping them down. Which, no. No. There's absolutely no reason for this shit to be going on. And this shit was going on during fucking pandemic. And you're telling me their health standards are as good as ours? Like when I went to Norway and to get everything, all the paperwork and everything, they wanted to do a TB test on me. And I mentioned that I'm from the United States, and they said, oh, okay, never mind. You think these fuckers coming across the border have any sort of protection against TB or Chagas disease or anything? Fuck no, they don't. Maybe some of them do. I mean, it's not like they're living in sewage like over in India. Because I mean, that's look on TV. People over there, in many places, that's what they live in because they don't have a choice. But it's neither here nor there. You're coming across into a country that you're bringing whatever diseases even that we're not used to. No. Absolutely not. It's unforgivable and unacceptable. They say they come here for a better life and bring their crime, bring their habits. Unacceptable. Send them to New York, send them to California. I don't care. I've never met. Well, hell, we'll just use an example. Florida helped get Trump elected, and that was the Cubans. They don't want the socialist, Democrat kind of shit. They know what it's like. That's exactly why we got to shut the border down. 100% why. And another thing, and I don't care how racist or whatever people say, it's a fact. You look at some of these people from the South, and you look at from the Middle East, they look quite similar. And you're going to tell me that some haven't snuck across the border pretending to be something else? If I was from the Middle East and I wanted to sneak into here, that's what I'd do. I'd get paid for all my insidious plans. Racist? Yes. Fine. Whatever. It's just a simple fact of observation. If you look like something, you shouldn't be inviting it in, Three Little Pigs didn't let the wolf in. Common sense. But common sense is something that is very lacking in the United States. Among certain folks. And when I say certain folks, it don't matter what color you are or what religion you are. There's some people just got fucking dumb. I can't think of any other way to explain it. I can give an example. With that same person I was talking about earlier. Just that alone. Why would you even mention it, But then I asked them if they could go when they were in town. And I live way out in the country. So I asked them while they were at the store if they could pick up a tube of hamburger for me. Because it's got 10 days before payday. And I said, can you pick up a tube of hamburger for me? It should be around $30. Well, they went to a store that was more expensive, which is fine. They go to whatever store. And because the tube of hamburger there, or ground beef, whatever, was $39, they didn't get that. And it's not what money wasn't an issue. They didn't get that. They got a 2-pound package of hamburger and said, oh, well, here you go. Now, if I need food for 3 for 10 days, me and the puppies, if I need food for 10 days, and I ask you to pick up a 10-pound tube of hamburger, and you come back with 2.5 pounds, what sense does that make at all? Now, I will say the person has made up for it by getting me a $55 package of hamburger, which is very nice, very generous. But if you would have just bought the $39 package, everything would have been okay. You cost yourself $16 because of one. Well, you said $30. I said it should be around $30. And I even mentioned what store. It's just, there's no common sense. There's no retention. And there's no comprehension of things that are being said, or, it's just fucking amazing. And I only see that out of a certain political affiliation. And I'm not saying it's just Democrats. It's just because there's frickin' ignorant Republicans too. But the majority of what I see are the Democrat, liberal fanatics, or I shouldn't say fanatics, just that bunch. They're all fanatics at that point. I mean, what in the hell? I got to mute you 1 second. I'm going to give you a shining example of this person's ineptitude in common sense and logic. For years, the person has been taking care of his stepson's girlfriend. She's been living with them. The stepson, he doesn't even get along with the stepfather for years now. So he's got her in the house, been paying for it, pays for her cell phone, pays for her food, pays for whatever. Okay. Very generous. He's a generous guy. I give him that. His heart's in the right place. She doesn't come out of her room for sometimes weeks at a time, not even to go to the bathroom. She'll sit in there and she'll scream and yell and then burst into maniacal laughter. So obviously there's something fucking wrong. Well, and that, now this isn't to mention that she's stolen thousands of dollars worth of stuff from him. Gold coins and things like that. Or caused thousands in damages related to the same thing. Well, finally, he had her eviction notice given to her, and the sheriff's department had to come and evict her. She assaulted the deputies, was busted for meth paraphernalia. It was a meth pipe. I don't know exactly what it was. Some sort of drug paraphernalia, meth pipe. And I don't know. She was in jail for a few months. He was rid of her. Brought her back into the house after he had her evicted. And now today he was telling me he wants to evict her again. This has nothing to do with the fact that she has been meeting men on the internet and having them come into his house, which is, if he's fine with, he's fine with. That's not the problem. The one guy who moved in, didn't even know him, just moved in, took the vehicle. Oh, well, I need to run to this town, because that's where the town the guy is from, and they was going to bring some stuff back or whatever. I'll be back tomorrow with the vehicle. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't show up for a week or so. The guy complained about it to me. I'm like, well, do you want me to go down there or whatever, No, you're too eager to help. Okay, that makes no sense whatsoever. So now the guy is living back in the house again until he decides to move out. Do you see how that example alone defines the exact reason socialism and liberalism is bad for a country? Let alone just one person. See what that one person has done to his own house. He's invited two of the enemy in to stay. It doesn't benefit him. It harms him. He's invited them in. Brings them back in. There is socialism. Right there. For Christmas, she made a 22-pound turkey. 22-pound turkey. Huge freaking turkey. And I believe him when he says it, because the guy can, he's got more money than banking. But he said he had enough to make a sandwich or two. A little picking off the bones for some scraps like people do with the Thanksgiving turkey. She gave the rest of that turkey to her dog. Which I'm fine with that if it's her turkey, but it's his fucking turkey. He's got 2 containers like this of scraps, like maybe sour cream containers of scraps that he picked off of the bones. Yes. Welcome, Henry. And here's the thing, too. The poor dog, she fed it to the poor dog within a couple days. What is today, the 28th? That's 3 days. 22 pounds of turkey. We'll say 20 because with all the stuff that he had, I'm sure there was a couple pounds taken out of there. 22 pounds of turkey in 3 days. Yeah. And dog's not even a few months old. It's a German Shepherd. She won't allow me anywhere near the dog for some reason. She has some bizarre fantasy. You're damn right. I don't blame the dog. But you know, she keeps a German Shepherd locked up in a room. She does let him out. So there's to give her that she does let him out. But nobody is allowed to go around it, especially me. I used to show dogs, for fuck's sake. And you're telling me I'm not allowed around a dog? Oh my God. My other channel has dog in the title. Well, and here's the thing too. Come to find out, she had a ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance or husband or whatever that jumped off a bridge and killed himself. What, did he jump or did she push him? Did he jump because of how nuts she is? And this guy says, he evicts her, he brings her back in. There's no sex going on. There's no anything like that. It's just all insanity. Oh, Henry, while you are here, hold on. I've got a historic image for you. And those covers I already put away, but I do have a historic image for you you might enjoy. It's from World War II. The cover, the one cover, one was a postcard. And that was from the Prince of Greece. He had died, but he was also in the 1960 Olympics, and that's what is from the 1960 Olympics. But, Henry, look at this. Tarnov, Nebraska. But they were practicing bombs dropped by mistake, and no one was hurt. Although the Joe Seesor home above got torn up a bit, and the neighbors, all 70 people who populate the town, gathered around to examine the damage. Army officials did not disclose where the planes came from, but said they apparently overshot a bombing range. August 17th, 1943. Bobby, if you didn't know, Henry he's got a pretty good collection of historic images as well. Yeah, this is just down the road, so probably this summer I'll do a video from there. Tarnov is that small one of the small towns you've seen me do videos from before. But yeah, that's a pretty cool one. It's like 20 minutes away, something like that. I'll put a short of that up. I've been sitting on that a while, probably about a year. Close to anyway. I'll put a short up later, and then, well, you folks are in here. I might as well. From Elmwood, Nebraska. Here's some 1960 Topps baseball cards. Been sleeving those. These yet need to be sleeved. So I could sleeve those while we're sitting there visiting. I was going to do a separate deal, but why bother? I have pulled what I assume would be 10s anyway. Out of this, I purchased this as a filler lot. And it's, like I said, I pulled out some that are probably 9s or 10s. And if they're 10s, they're worth thousands of dollars. The mantle was not in very good shape. Harry Anderson. How'd your day go? How did your day go today, Henry? Ray Semprock. Miller High Life sign in the background. The champagne of beers. That's the first beer I ever had. A little kid, and my grandpa let me have some because my grandpa loved the stuff. Yep, I remember New Mexico. Look at this. Vic Power. It's sharp. It's off center, but it's sharp. And that's in the top right corner. That's not a crease. That's in the background. Put these good ones. Milt Pappas. Johnny Antonelli looks like that might be in pretty good shape too. And yeah, Johnny Antonelli. I don't know what a 9 or 10 from 1960 goes for, but and this looks kind of like a crease right here, but it's not. It is the fold in his jersey. It's off center. So that would probably be an 8. This is stained. Otherwise, that would be grade high. St. Louis Cardinals team. Yeah, there's nuke testing in New Mexico, possibly Utah also, or Arizona, or both. Another St. Louis here. Philadelphia. Phillies. Those rookie cards sure are worse for wear. Although I have gotten some very nice rookie cards out of this. I don't believe there's Yastrzemski. I'm almost positive there wasn't. If there was, I probably would have ended up paying more. I think I got this for like $20 or something. Art Mahaffey. I'll penny sleeve it, even if it's like this. I don't care. Protect it from any further damage. That's one state I've never been to, though, New Mexico. Rookie star. Manuel Javier. Javier. I think it's Javier. That reminds me of the Jose, can you see joke? Fork and Knuckler. Roy Face and Hoyt Wilhelm. There's several of these. Hopefully there's one good one out of the bunch. At this point, the live stream has changed to Texas Hockey Cards is 1960. It'd be pretty good to have some 1960 music in the background. Perhaps someday YouTube will let us do stuff like that to really allow our channels to grow and to express our artistic ability to the fullest. Well, Face and Wilhelm. I could probably do a short that would really make people angry, acting like I tore that in half. But somebody would see that and then actually do something stupid. Even this gets a penny sleeve. I try to protect my cards to the fullest. That corner is really sharp. Need to get that down. I'm putting way too much effort into sleeving a card that is torn in half. But you know what? I don't care. That Tigers looks really nice. Oh, wait till you see this. I'm not even going to show you because it's right underneath of this. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There's a Cardinals fan in here. You're going to be mad at this situation. $19.60 Tops. Baseball. Stan Musial. Oh, don't fight me. Get in there. If I'd go in the other way, it would be fine. There we are. But until I replace it, if I were to put these in a binder, that would be the Stan Musial. And I may not replace it, just because nobody else would keep something like that. I will. Look at this. Detroit Tigers, a little bit of staining in the upper left. Corners are touched. But a very aesthetically pleasing Detroit Tigers team card from 1960. There's something really nice looking right down there. This is a Frank Howard. Yeah, that's Frank Howard. Rival All-Star. Rival All-Stars. Oh, look at that. Boston Red Sox. Bobby, you still in here? But 1960 Rival All-Stars. Mantle and Boyer. Mantle and Boyer. And this here, Bobby Thompson for the Boston Red Sox. It's probably a 6 or 7, 7.5. San Francisco Giants. It's beat up. That's a pour. Let's see, what all did this person have? They had, oh wow, good portion. They didn't have Willie Mays. They did not have Killebrew. They did not have Solly Hemus. They have Musial, which is probably the one that I had. No. Ain't that something? You know, seeing those old marked off checklists like that, it's really cool, especially when you buy the whole bunch from the person, because what they got, and you see it marked off there, you got it now. It's kind of cool. Look at this. This is it's to be a little stained, but otherwise a very nice Chicago White Sox team card. San Francisco Giants. I'm going to let this pile or go till this pile runs out right here. And then I'm going to start a 1960 live stream. And I'm just going to be sleeving these. So if you want to come back, absolutely more than welcome to come back. Otherwise, you're welcome to watch it whenever. Or thank you for watching what you have. I appreciate it. Be sure to check out Beantown Breakdown. Henry S. God is Great was in here earlier. Washington Senators. Isn't it, though? That's not something that is an everyday item. That video doesn't have very many views either, does it? Of course, if I would put that in the title, I think this channel would vanish. St. Louis Cardinals, sharp but stained. Remember how this channel had no views, no subs, no nothing for like 2 years? I gotta mute you real quick. Yes, they would. They absolutely would. They absolutely would. And truthfully, if I didn't know where it is, they could have actually came in and done it already, and I would never even know. Yeah, it was just... that was just something that you can't duplicate. I went to Walmart and made copies. And the woman that was working back there, because I couldn't get them just right. She come out and she's like, "Are you sure about this? What is this?" Oh, I got a text. I've been selected. Okay. Who's that? Colorado football fan videos. Welcome. Be sure to check out Beantown Breakdown. Each one of you, if you want, put your links in the thing. We're talking about baseball cards, Area 51, World War II, all kinds of neat stuff. You're more than welcome to chime in with anything that you like. I'm just sleeving some 1960 Topps baseball cards. We did have a panel, but it wasn't in very good condition. And it was a combo card, Mantle and Cleat Boyer. He's not so great. People are all excited about him. No, he won't. He should have lost to Nebraska. No, he's not. He should have stayed at Jackson State. If he would have stayed at Jackson State, he would have been an icon, coaching icon in college history. I agree with that 100%. But right now, I mean, if your own kids are leaving the program, come on. There's a Mantle and Boyer. No, he's just he's a non-entity right now. He wouldn't have won the national championship with Jackson State, but he would have had a much better chance there than he would at Colorado. Yes, he did. And he did an excellent job for those kids there. It was a direction in life that they needed. And he's very good at that, very generous with doing that. And that spark was great for them. That's what they needed. But no, that's just not. I hate to say that for you, but Colorado, it's not going to be what many people think it's going to be. He was a great athlete. He did a fantastic job at Jackson State. He was the right person at the right time there, and he should have stayed there. And had he stayed there, I think he would have been more successful, just like you said, with Jackson State. Hey, welcome, SMU. But as it is right now, he's not going to be somebody they're just going to get rid of, and they may have some. They'll have some success with him because there's always going to be that draw, but it's not going to be what people are hoping. Yeah, he is 100% hype. 100% hype. Oh, absolutely. He's a great athlete. Fantastic athlete. The problem is, while they do good, not many fantastic athletes turn out to be great coaches. Because many fantastic athletes just have a talent. That's their talent. You can't teach talent. You can teach fundamentals. You can coach fundamentals, but you can't teach talent. And he had speed. You can only teach speed to an extent. I mean, Gretzky was part of the Coyotes program. They could. I know somebody from down there did. Nebraska's got a pretty good one too, actually, which surprised me. No, Nebraska should have been in the bowl game this year. The only games they should have lost were Wisconsin and Michigan. Yeah, SMU is one that has a good team. Or recruiting. St. Louis Cardinals. Who's this? Spawn, Lou Burdett, and Buell. Burdett, Spawn, Buell. Mound Magicians. I see Nebraska's former quarterback, Adrian Martinez, is going to be on the Birmingham Stallions in the USFL. Yeah, evidently people are just in love with that Matt Rule guy. I like him, but he's a used car salesman. Uh-oh. Bobby might get mad at this next guy. Oh, Cleveland Indians, by the way. Billy Martin with the Cincinnati Reds. For whatever reason, I absolutely do not remember him being with the Reds. Now, SMU. Beantown Breakdown does great Boston sports coverage, like live games and stuff like that. And he'll even be at the games sometimes. So you might want to check him out. And SMU, well, obviously does SMU. He does some good hype videos. Another Billy Martin. Everybody, just be sure to check everybody out. Share your link, all that stuff. Got a channel or channels you want to share, go right ahead, or videos. Come on, what's going on here? There we go. Oh, you know, honestly, had Rodgers not gotten injured, Jets would have won the Super Bowl this year. 100%, they would have won it. I really feel they would have. Because, well, you saw the opening game. That energy was just there. I don't know if they'd have gone undefeated. But damn it. Energy was just, it was right. And I seen the second he went down, I was like, dude, I knew. But he's coming back. He is coming back. He intends to play for a few years yet, from what I've heard. He's practicing, which is good. And if he's not going to play this year, there's no point in him pushing it. Kurt Flood. You know, I had never heard of him until Favre, retired. And I was thinking to myself back then, and maybe everybody knew it. I don't know. But he sat back there as a backup and played nothing all those years. He's going to be damn good. Jim Gilliam. Transfer additions. Ashton Cozart. Ashton Cozart, Oregon. Okay. He is pretty good, Cozart, if I remember right. How about Dodgers getting a Shohei Ohtani? $700 million. Cincinnati Reds. And then there's these people on XM radio. Oh, Shohei Ohtani is better than Babe Ruth. Bullshit. Ooh. Chicago White Sox. Looks sharp. A little bit of staining. So there was water damage to these cards. I know. Well, shit. Just imagine if they had the money that soccer teams do. Well, that's cool that he's playing in his hometown. That's hopefully he takes the most of that opportunity. And SMU, historically, they're a good team. I mean, they haven't been for a while, but they're getting better. And hell, they had Doak Walker. There's, yeah, name, image, likeness. You know, that's one thing I've always thought, never understood. I mean, there's the rules, whatever. But for many people, college sports is the highest they're going to go. Maybe the most money they're ever could possibly make. Just off autographs, autograph football, autograph jersey, autograph, well, you know, whatever. Let them do it. It helps them. I'm just going to keep the stream going. This is pretty successful. I'm having a great time. Hopefully you two are enjoying each other as well. We're just going to keep it going. No need to start another one. Chicago White Sox team card. That was in pretty good shape. Like I said, I will do some shorts tonight. There's that. What was that other card that I showed? Chicago White Sox. It was this one. And it was, oh yeah, SMU. You probably haven't seen this. This is a 1910 Mecca Cigarettes boxing card. This boxing match happened in 1817. All right. Yeah. 1817, September 30th, 1817. And this Randall was born in 1794. Just a little bit of history that most people are never going to know about. You can check it out. Pulled the Mike Trout auto. No. Oh, shit. I know what you're talking about. Oh, you heard the Brady auto was pulled, right? The baseball card, Brady? I know who did that. No. Actually, I don't break. I just buy. Chicago White Sox. I can't afford to break. Yeah, it was a 101 autograph Tom Brady card for the Expos. Was it Expos? I think it was Expos. And whoever it was. There's a 101 autograph, and it was pulled. What do we got going on here? Look at this. This is a 1960. 63-year-old card. Look at how sharp and clean that is. And look behind it. Anyway, that's Billy Pierce. Go ahead, SMU. And look what's behind it. Now, I bought these. These were a filler lot. No. Texas Rangers weren't around then. And before they were Texas Rangers, they were the... Oh, no, that's Astros. No, there's no Rangers in this. I was going to say Colt 45s, but that's Astros, I believe. No, I don't have any Rangers here. Look at this. I'm going to run out of room of these sharp cards. This one's off center, but look at this, Jim Davenport. Just a little off center, left, right, left. And then behind it, there's a little more off-centered, so it wouldn't grade as high. But now, what was it? I have 10. I think I pulled 10 out of there. This already, that would be considered a 9 or a 10. Well, I hope so. I don't like seeing any team. Did you see that on the bottom? Look at that. That one's a little, that was a little scuffed up. Another Jim Davenport. That potentially, they're not 10s. That could be close to $1,000 right there. Just those 5. Another Jim Davenport. Little surface scratch there. That's got a little damage to it. Playing the Cubs on opening day. My oldest baseball card, I believe, is a Cub. 1909 Grover Cleveland Alexander. Jim Davenport. It's either a Cub or a White Sox. I just don't remember off the top of my head. And then I have a 1910 John McGraw. Cub baseball cards. I don't have a tremendous amount other than sets, like unopened sets or anything. Cubs. I have a Ron Santo rookie. Somewhere I have an Ernie Banks rookie. That thing has disappeared, but it could still be in the house. Alexander is in a safe somewhere. Just to give you an example, SMU, the sheer magnitude of cards that I have between me and, let's just say 5 foot away, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 totes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes. There's 2 more totes. This is just in the living room. I have a large amount of cards and memorabilia. In fact, someone I know has the world record was set supposedly a few years back with like 3 million cards. I know somebody that shatters that. And his channel is called Boom Slang. I think he's got like 5 million cards. I don't have anything like that. But I do have a very large amount of uncatalogued. I kind of know where everything's at, for the most part. Cards, autographed jerseys, baseballs, hockey sticks, basketballs. there's a couple good reasons why my channel isn't very big, but sometime it might be when it gets discovered. Bobby knows why the channel isn't big. Yeah, I have an Ernie Banks rookie that's missing. I have a Tom Landry numbered to 10 of game used that's missing. And that one's very expensive because it's the New York Giants used to have a logo like the Yankees. You all know what the Yankees logo looks like. But it was the very center of the logo. So it was the N and the Y. That was $400. How many years ago? That was a 2007, 17. That was $400 16 years ago. That's missing. I have another Ken Strong numbered to 10 that went missing. I just recently found the three-finger Mordecai Brown Cracker Jack that I haven't been able to find in a couple years. I have an Aaron Judge rookie auto that's missing. I have a Johnny Weissmuller rookie that's missing. Well, actually it is, because some of those things vanished while my mother was still alive, and I wouldn't put it past her if she would have stolen them and sold them. So yeah, it's a mystery. Now there is a possibility that the Tom Landry and Ken Strong were discovered by puppies when I got them, and they could have been eaten. I hope not, but they could have been eaten. There is one cabinet in the house where they could be. And in order to get to that cabinet, it would take quite a bit of moving things, because, I mean, this house is full of furniture. In between me and that cabinet are all these totes and boxes I mentioned earlier, 2 desks, an entertainment center, a piano. It's just, there's so much stuff, and it needs to be organized, and that's what I'm in the process of doing. Charlie Neal. See, right now, basically when I was going through totes, and I will be for some time, I'm going through my cards because I believe I have 1,000 autos, and I just want to get everything, all my autos in one spot. Charlie Neal. And then I got some game used and, stuff like that. And when I mention autos, I'm just saying cards, not counting baseballs, etc. Charlie Neal. Let's see, I pulled, and I just put them back in here for now. I pulled a couple autos, but then there's a picture over here with 18 autos on it. So that's 18 autographs. Just over there, there's a bag of baseballs. If I remember right, 2 are signed by the Samoan national team, and then there's some other teams. So that's a good amount of signatures. It's got stuff. Rocky Nelson. But hopefully, I've got a box here of mail day that I haven't even opened yet. There's 100 autographs. And that's the thing that made me start on this little quest here. I wanted to have at least one 100 autograph mail day. Rocky Nelson. And that I'm going to do a full video on. Probably more. And then, of course, a live, because I'm going to binderize them. Because there's a part of a set of 250 cards. And I want to get to all 250 autographs to complete that set, of course. But yes, many of those cards mysteriously have vanished. West Covington. There's a few of these down here. They're looking pretty white and sharp. West Covington. COVID really screwed me up with buying some cards, completing sets. Because one of the plans was a Mickey Mantle rookie. And you used to be able to get them for like a couple $1,000 in really bad shape. You can't do that anymore. And same with Bronco Nagurski. I need that. Well, that's one of the cards I need to complete my 1985 National Chickle set. Back then, before COVID, it was a $240,000 card. Now, I could afford an authentic or a poor because they were between $1,000 and $2,000. And I kept putting off. I wanted that to be the last one that I got to complete the set. Had I not done that, I would already have had one. But now, see, all those cards are in the millions of dollar category. That makes it much more difficult. And it's unfortunate. COVID ruined the card collecting. It really did. But one thing I do enjoy, you find vintage like this, and it can be affordable. And I don't care about new players. To me, this is more, finding these in this condition is more exciting than pulling a Shohei Ohtani or Mike Trout or anything like that. Because baseball, football, hockey, all of it was much better in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and even the 80s than it is now. People now might be faster, but they're not. It's not the same sport. It really isn't, especially football. West Covington. because, like, for you, SMU, you're what, 14 or 15? You haven't really seen or played back then even. And there is a toughness, there was a strength, there was a pride that just does not exist in sports today. There was one clip I always remember, and I see it was just before we had VCR or anything like that. And it was a guy, it was back when they didn't play football with helmets, that got his side of his mouth torn wide open all the way back. And he's on the sidelines getting sewed up, and then he goes right back in. See, that's what football used to be. Now you see guys getting hurt every play. Sports betting, yeah. Yes, it's just out in the open. But professional sports are all fixed now. Jim Pearsall. There was one game. Well, we were talking about this some while back. There was a game that I did a call on, and it was so blatantly fixed. I mean, even Roger Goodell said professional football's fixed. Speaking of Roger Goodell, here's a Dell Crandall, badly off-centered, neat-looking card. Actually, I'd like to have one of these autographed. Sharp, though. I like the background. Basketball is the worst one. Because, I mean, you're playing a game, and you're winning, and you're ahead by 30 points, and there's only a few minutes left, and then the other team comes back, and they get ahead, and then, it's a toss and turn. Oh, and it goes into overtime, and there's more advertisements, and then all of a sudden, these people that were scoring 20, 30 points, they can't even dribble the ball anymore, and it's just, basketball's worse than boxing. Basketball's worse than the WWF. Okay, back. Now, there are two new sport leagues coming. And I think the one started today in Canada. Pro PWHL or PWHC, one of the two. Professional Women's Hockey League. And there's also, which I think might be really good, and I'm going to make a comment after that too, a very strong comment. But there's a few women from the WNBA that are going to start a 3-on-3 women's basketball league. There's a men's. They're going to start a women's. I think the next 100-point player. Like there's Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 in a game. There is a guy that plays in the men's 3-point that scored 103 points in one game. You never hear about that. But that was not in a 3-on-3 game either. It was some other league, maybe Italian, I don't know. But I think the next 100-point game is going to be held by, God, I can't remember her first name. I think it's Sylvia. I don't even know if that's right. But her last name is Ionescu. And if you think that the Curry guy can hit 3-pointers, she would, in a 3-point contest, she would demolish him. Maybe Sabrina Ionescu. I think it's Sabrina Ionescu. It begins with an S, and it's kind of a weird name, or not a common name. I think she will be the next person to score 100 points in a basketball game. And I'm not a betting person, but that would be something that I would possibly bet on. See, I didn't get too much. I don't get too much NBA, but I happen to get the channels that carry the WNBA. And honestly, I enjoy watching WNBA. It's so much better. So much better. And if there was a franchise here, I'd buy season tickets. It's completely enjoyable. These like crybaby LeBron, I don't want to watch these people play. I got a couple just over there. Team signed WNBA basketballs. Yeah, she's not very old. Let's see what other records. There were some other records that were broken in WNBA, just WNBA records. But no, I mean, and you watched, I mean, even the stadiums, they're getting packed. And it's going to be a big deal. Not just an attraction. And one thing we are getting here in Nebraska, there are 6 I'm going to say 6 cities, because I don't think all of them are in North America even. There's a professional women's volleyball league coming. Yeah, one of them are going to be here in Nebraska. Del Crandall. As it should be, because Nebraska is a bastion of volleyball. That's just being a fact of reality for decades. Veda Pinson. Same with Nebraska and gymnastics. Same with Nebraska and wrestling. Same with Nebraska and bowling. Football is not the main sport for Nebraska. Dick Williams. Did you see the video? Bobby with the 1910 Nebraska yearbook. I know I didn't open it up and get into it, but Nebraska used to have a dairy team. Dick Williams. When I get my other channel, one of my other channels going, Gene Woodling, I'm going to get into that. I'm only going to go through that thing once because, I mean, that yearbook is in freaking mint condition, basically. Gene Woodling. And I have another one too that for the yearbook video or channel that I want to do. The one from Butte, Idaho. Or was it Butte, Montana? Butte, Idaho. Instead of just pictures in the book, they had actual photographs in the book. During the Depression. Actual photographs. Gene Woodland. So, I mean, it's not like you going to look at your yearbook and you see a page is full of pictures. These are actual pages full of pictures pasted in. Lindy McDaniel. I got that for like $5 with shipping. That is in I think this tote right here. I'm almost positive it's in this tote right here, but I cannot get into that. Otherwise, I would bring it out right now. Lindy McDaniel. Jerry Lynch. There are two channels that I'm going to start. One is the Nebraska channel. That's going to be everything Nebraska, not just football, but even like the live streams like I used to do, just driving around. That's going to be Nebraska channel. You won't see those on here. And then the yearbook stuff is going to be the yearbook committee channel. Jerry Lynch. Because I mean, it's just only right, in my opinion, to have stuff like that. Because nobody is going to give a damn about it or anything like that if it's in a book, but it's in a video. They might see, oh, hey, that's a cool haircut. Hey, that's a cool name. Hey, that's whatever, From me looking at a yearbook from 100 years ago. Jimmy Dykes, manager of Detroit Tigers. There's just so much cool stuff. That that yearbook channel will be like a ancestry. What is it? Ancestry.com site. And one of them, well, you saw that too, where these people, they sent off a postcard, send it to your friend, have him autograph it. Send it to another friend, have him autograph it. People don't do that anymore, and they should. Thank you for being in. I've been wondering and worried about you because I didn't see you for quite a while. Live for Celtics next week. Hey, crossover. You're just missing Bobby, but he's going to be live doing a Celtics call next week. You don't want to miss that. There's Henry. Welcome back, Henry. Yeah, I'm just sleeving some 1960s. Now, look at that one coming. Those look great shape in the background. Most of these were purchased from a poor lot. Because I'll buy boxes of poor cards and things like that, or lots of. I have pulled some, what I believe to be 10s, out of this particular box. These are not 10s, of course, but I've got an Earl Wilson here. What'd you get at the store? That reminds me, I should put some potatoes in the hamburger meat that I got cooking. But I'm having too much fun chatting with everybody and sharing these cards. There's a Joe J. That top left corner is a little dinged, but Coke and Hot Wheels. That makes me want to listen to some American graffiti music. Coke and Hot Wheels. I know you collect Happy Days. Do you have, it's not Happy Days, but it's Ron Howard, 2007. That was pretty stained, but it's sharp. 2007 Donruss Elite Extra Edition School Colors, Ron Howard. Good night, Bobby. Great seeing you. I love you. We'll get you on the stream or one of my streams before then, because I plan to be doing many more lives and many more videos. One stain, we'll put that there. That was a little stain too. But the sharp, that's a serious look on his face too. Joe J. Everyone be sure to check out Beantown Breakdown. Fred Green, a bit of water staining. I believe he's got a little bit of water stain to him, or humidity, some kind of moisture. I just picked up the hair. Anson Williams 101 printing plate. That's awesome. I only have one 101 of him, and it's like one of those Leaf Pop Century dual autograph. That is cool, though. Congratulations. Stan Williams, look at that card. 63-year-old card. Like it come out of the package. Be careful. There we go. Sharp and in. Chuck Tanner. Slapnuts would like this because it's Cleveland Indians, not Guardians. Ray Boone. That looks all right, too. Tanner. Chuck Tanner. Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't that, remember the show Vegas? Wasn't he Chuck Tanner? Ray Boone. Carefully slide this off of here. And the Vegas, the S was a $sign. A little bit of damage up there, but look at that. Very aesthetically pleasing card. The Milwaukee Braves in 1960. First base, third base. Gotta be a little careful here. I don't want to damage. That corner wants to ding. There we are. And then there's this little dipshit up there. There we go. I'm going to put it in there because it's still in nice condition. Aesthetically, anyway. Let's the mantle was in this particular stream. Well, not in good condition, unfortunately. That's your hits, and that's above a mantle. This condition is obviously for cards this age. Condition means more than name. But there was a Mantle in here. There was a Musial. I believe there was some Spawn. No Yastrzemski rookie, which would have kind of been nice. There was a Frank Herrera, rookie card, who in 1958 was a Pancho Herrera. Excuse me. Let's see. We got two nice Billy Pierce, Johnny Antonelli, Vic Power. That was actually just going back this way. And then Jim Davenport, Joe J, Stan Williams, Ray Boone. So even just that out of a $20 purchase isn't bad. Were a person to have those graded, excuse me, you probably wouldn't make your money back just on what the fact that grading costs. But if you're hitting a 9 or a 10, I would assume you're in the thousands of dollars, especially with the 10. And I did get some what I believe to be 10s out of this box in a previous stream. I would put these in a magnetic or screw down just because, I mean, this is, for many of my cards, this is a very high condition. I'll buy vintage, and I don't care if it's poor, if it's just, crunch. I don't care. Because why spend thousands of dollars for a whatever when you can get it for $20, as long as it, does have at least a little bit of decent look to it. It's okay. Because even sometimes these older cards, even if they're beat up, sometimes it just looks good being beat up. It just fits the card, or fits the name, fits the team. A Gas House Gang. Yeah, my car's going to be creased and beat the shit out of. But you're going to buy it anyway. Sometimes, stuff like that fits. Like my Pete Rose rookie, I mean, that's beat up. It's a 1. But it was only $600. And that's going to be the only time, unless something unforeseen happens, that I'm ever going to have a Pete Rose rookie. So I jumped on it. I got a Unitas rookie that's a per. Paid $100 for it. A 10 at one time went for $100,000. So, I would say my best type of investment, whatever. It's not an investment because I'm not going to sell. Excuse me. Would be either the Newt Rockney, 35 Newt Rockney, that I paid $120 for, and it's graded a 1. I mean, it's a 1 or 1.5. Pretty sure it's a 1. And it's definitely much higher, that, what do you call? That Skybirds Charles Lindbergh. Yeah, I showed yesterday I paid $20 for, and that's in a very high condition. Some of my Gaudy Indian gum, when I bought them, they were not as valuable as what they are now, but some of those are. So I've got one that's Billy the Kid. The Billy the Kid is probably mint condition, and that's probably thousands of dollars. And I think I paid, there's quite a few cards I paid $20 for. And then another stopping point seems to be $70. I've rarely spent over $100 on a card. I've got an Austin Matthews rookie auto. That I paid over 100. Pete Rose rookie. Black Oolong card. I paid a couple hundred there. Clemente, I paid 103 for his second year. That was just the other day. A Chris Davis autograph, the guy that caught the field goal and ran it back. Ooh, hold on. I had you by. You didn't mention that to me. 6x8 sleeves, or was it 5x8? Keep news articles from staining the backs of photos. That wasn't me. Have some tobacco and other overseas cards from cricket. Movie stars on the way. Yeah, I saw you. I was watching a few of your videos today, and you had mentioned that. Like you were getting them for 25 cents or something like that. That's a great deal. And you had mentioned something like you have a card from Argentina, and it may be a gum card, but you're calling it tobacco cards. And I agree with you 100%. I do the same thing. And if I would say, hey, this is a gum card, or hey, this is this, that's the anomaly. Typically, to me, all that stuff, this is just tobacco. Yeah, that's going to be a great video to watch of yours. I like all your videos, but that's going to be fun. I like how you get to obscure stuff. And I'm telling everybody that's watching, if you're not connected to Henry S., you should be. You really should. The other day, he went to Goodwill, and by mistake of people there, they let 2 Joe Montanas get through, and they got ruined, but he bought them anyway. 82 Joe Montana and 89 score Joe Montana. I think it was 89 score. But you know, those people had taken them all, and they just didn't see those in there. Let's see. My Joe Montanas, actually, I got a whole big box. That's with the rookies and all. I got that out of a basement. They were all in a garbage bag. No top loaders. No nothing. And I pulled there was 2 Montana rookies in there, but they were beat to crap. And there's an Elway rookie in there. And that Elway rookie is mint. There's Marino in action. Or instant replay is what I think they called them in 84. There was one of those in there, but it had a piece of rubber band melted to it. Well, that's... God, I want to be careful how I do this. If I don't close it all the way... I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull those out. Oh, shit. I hear you mention Mangini. Who is Mangini? I don't know. I know not of the Mangini. I think I've heard you mention it before. Perhaps I've even had a Mike Mangini or something like that. Okay, I had no clue. But hopefully you KO Mangini. Let's see what this box is over here. Oh, I got it. Okay. Got. Well, he's at least he's smart in that department. He should tell her all the commons cost about $100. Let her try to take them and see what happens when she tries to sell it. Oh, shoot. This is a win from Slapnuts here. After World, I think is what it is. Panini board game, kind of like Magic or something like that. Comes from the great land of Ontario. You see G's Mikey get married. I don't even know who G's Mikey is. But that's good. Good that he had a cool wedding. My second one, my best man was a woman. What do you do? I was in a country where I didn't know anybody. And she was a friend of my wife's. Great Mikey. G's Mikey. G's Mikey. I might have to look him up. G's Mikey. Yeah, for the most part, there's a bunch of channels that I watch, but with any regularity, like you, Slapnuts, Bobby, the people that I shout out most often. There's the ones I watch, if not daily, very close to daily. And then I watch a bunch of random comic book stuff, cartoons, video games. It's just random, whatever the mood is, Today I was watching, or at least have on in the background while I'm working. So I had a bunch of years going. Jay Pylon. And then the other one is an Asian guy, and he spends a tremendous amount on basketball cards. And he's got like hour-long videos. I just can't think of the name of it. And typically, I mean, basketball cards really don't interest me whatsoever. It's just the guy is spending large amounts of money, you figure, might as well watch it. But it's all modern, and modern's not my thing. But there's good stuff. There's so many good channels on YouTube, and most of them are small. And probably will always remain small. And that's just the nature of the beast of YouTube. Unless one of us pulls the top one of one autograph, whatever, and gets that million view video, where maybe in 5 years we'll have 5,000 subscribers or something, but it will never be the magical channel, And that's fine. And many people put thousands and thousands of dollars into their channel just to do that. And where you and I are buying $25 and $1 cards, and we're fine with it. And to me, that's more interesting than somebody forking out $50,000 for a box. Yeah, somebody buys that $50,000 box, I might watch that video, but I'm not going to relate to that. So while that one video or maybe a couple videos is going to interest me, somebody getting TTM autographs from space guys is going to interest me a hell of a much more than, yeah, it's people you relate to, people you're friends with. It's just, I'll check out that G's Mikey. He's got some vintage binders. That'd be pretty cool. One I feel bad for is Boomslang. I don't know if you watch him, but he's a big supporter of John Jabs family, whatever it is, right? I think it's Jabs family. And guy opened up card shop. Boomslang's there, and I don't know, he's supporting the guy. He's hanging out, and everybody else left. And Jabs was like, well, who are you again? And evidently, they're just not the friends that they thought they were. I thought that was... Now, I just know Boomslang from his streams, but as much as he supported the Jabs guy, that was kind of I think a real kick in the nuts. I don't know. But when you got a big channel, and if you don't think of somebody as an idol, like Boomslang did, I mean, you can't blame him either. But the whole point of it is I like small channels. You say a channel's good, I'm going to trust your judgment on it because I enjoy your channel. I know plenty other people do. So, geez, Mikey, I'm going to check you out. What else do I got here? I got the picture I want to do the short on. Boxing card. I think long ago I did a short on the boxing card. And that the short are there. Hopefully they got that type newsreel. Here's something. I don't know if you've seen it. Objet d'art. Vladislav Tretiak. 9/45. This doesn't do the justice. This is pretty ornate, and it's got a thicker card. I like the thicker cards. Just substantial, you know. But at least if a person knows it's going to be a thick card, then it's all right. But when you buy cards and all of a sudden it comes back being the size of your finger. Well, thanks for hanging out, Henry. I appreciate it. I'll catch your vids later on, and I'll check out G's Mikey and let you know. Let him know I came from you there. Thanks for watching. Got some Brandon Cooks here. In fact, let's see what this is. And that I might just end the stream. Oh, yeah, this guy. Show him on there. Connor Hobbs. 11/15. Well, everybody's taking off, and I'm going to take off too. I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to check out Beantown Breakdown. Good friend of mine, Henry S., good friend of mine. SMU is in here. Colorado. Oh, man. Colorado. I'm going to try to find you here. I don't want to. Colorado football fan videos. That's it. Be sure to check them out. Crossover Paranormal Society. They had a bunch of rain in North Carolina the other day. Make sure he's nice and dry. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.